Continental Cable Vision of Mid-Michigan presents High School Hoops Preview with Rob Otto and Mel Wolf.
Hi everybody from Holt Junior High School. Continental Cable Vision presents High School Hoops Preview. Tonight's game features the Eaton Rapids Greyhounds and the Holt Rams. I'm Mel Wolf, and I'll be doing tonight's play-by-play with Rob Otto. Rob, what's Eaton Rapids have to do to win this game tonight? It looks like a tough job for them.
I'll tell you what, it's looking a little less tough than we had thought coming into the game tonight. We'll get a little more into details as we roll around, but this could be a lot closer game. Let's throw the records out the door, because there's some stuff going on today that's really going to change the flow of this basketball game, and we're going to see a pretty good ball game tonight.
Yeah, maybe the psychological reaction of each team.
We'll see what happens.
We'll talk about that when we come back in just a minute. We'll look closer at these two teams on Continental Cable Vision's High School Hoops Preview.
Hey, Mom, I got like 20 minutes to learn everything about the solar system.
The solar system. What's the hurry?
Oh, someone's coming over to work on a science project with me.
Oh, I see. Come on, come with me.
At Continental Cable Vision, we're developing the technology that will provide you with instant access to a world of information.
And the celestial bodies which...
You know, Saturn has 10 moons.
Really? How'd you get so smart, Jason?
I get it from my mom.
Spartan Mitsubishi wants you to know that regardless of the terrain you drive on, the totally redesigned for 1995 Mitsubishi Montero will get you there in style. And right now, Spartan Mitsubishi can get you in a new 95 Montero at an incredibly low $349 per month. That's right, for only $349 per month. And you can only test drive it on our new terrain. Spartan Mitsubishi's new dealership at 5609 South Pennsylvania. So hurry in today.
Okay, we're back here at Holt Junior High School. Rob, let's take a look at the two teams tonight. Eaton Rapids Greyhounds come in here with a 2-11 record, and let's talk about them just a little bit.
Well, they got off to what you might call a slow start, Mel. They lost some pretty close games. They're one of those teams that you see the record and then you see them playing and you say, I can't believe this team has only won 2 games. Now, something to keep in mind, those 2 games they won came in the last 3 games they played. So, you know, as far as they're concerned, their season started about 3 games ago. They won 2 out of 3. So let's look. Some tough losses to Fowlerville, Jackson County Western, Jackson Northwest. Those are all out of conference. And then they got into the Capital Circuit. They lost games to LCC, also Mason and Charlotte. So it's been a rough couple of games. They came into the beginning of the year, lost another one to Okemos, and non-conference game to Waverly. And then the fun started as far as they were concerned. A nice solid win over Lakewood and another solid win over Marshall before they came back and lost their second game of the season to Lansing Catholic Central. So, you know, they won 2 out of 3. They almost, they feel pretty confident tonight. And they've got a pretty good chance at bringing in some good points on this ball game and maybe coming out of their shell a little bit and making it 3 out of 4. In terms of the conference, the Capital Circuit League, you know, as of this week, the first week of February, is looking pretty solid. Really no surprise. Okemos sitting out on top, and the rest just basically also ran. Charlotte, Lansing Catholic, Mason, all basically trying to vie for second place in the league. Then you see Lakewood and Eaton Rapids down in the bottom there. One of Eaton Rapids' win did come in league play. So they've got their 1 win in league play, and they're just going to try and stay out of the basement this year. And obviously this is a non-conference game for both teams, but it's going to do a lot as both teams get ready to head back into conference play and get ready to try and push it forward.
Well, I think they're Eaton Rapids at this point is looking for a little respect, and they can certainly get one playing a very good team of Holt. Holt won their first 5 games rather handily, and then lost 2 in a row. They lost to Everett and Grand Ledge.
Yeah, that was a rough week for Holt.
Oh, yeah, it certainly was, and 2 very good teams, and unfortunately for them, conference losses. They got back on the winning track again by upsetting Lansing Sexton by a point. Then they won in double overtime against Lansing Catholic Central. That was shown here on Continental Cable.
My voice still hasn't recovered after that one, Mel.
And a great game that was.
Yeah.
They beat Eastern and Waverly before losing to Jackson last Friday night down in Jackson. The league conference, Everett is still leading with a 6-2 record in the conference. But Holt is only a game behind, tied with Waverly and Sexton. And while this game is not important as far as the conference is concerned, for various reasons, it's very important to Holt's confidence to maintain their momentum and win this game at home against a team that they're supposed to beat.
Yeah, and those odds of them beating this team have changed a little bit. You mentioned that loss to Jackson that Holt had last week. Well, in that loss, besides losing the game, Holt lost probably one of the best players that they've ever had. Ben Bakken, their center, went down with a broken hip in that Jackson game last week. And we were expecting Ben in the last game we showed against Lansing Catholic Central. He had 32 points in that double overtime victory for Holt. So he's a powerful inside ball player, and we're just not going to see him tonight.
Well, we're not going to see him, and at 6'8", he's far bigger than anybody that Eaton Rapids is going to put on the floor. They're a very small team in the first place. And certainly they have to feel a little better about their chances without a 6'8" player of Bakken's talent being on the floor.
Yeah, it's true. After that 6'8" player, the best that Holt has to offer is a man that's running 6'5".
Right.
So all of a sudden, the entire picture of the game we've seen has changed immeasurably just by one player being taken out of the mix.
Bakken's here tonight on the bench. He's on crutches. He broke his hip on a freak play. On a close call between a charge and a block. It was clearly a block, but it could have been called either way. And it certainly was not a dirty play at all. And there's a picture of him on the floor right now that we showed standing at the top of the key with his crutches. They're going to miss him. There's no question.
Yeah, it's going to be rough, and it's going to be an emotional game. For the Rams, what they need to do, they need to have a couple players that really need to step up. Their outside shooters, Timmy Schramm and Jeff Schultz, both need to be consistent tonight. You know, they've been off and on. In that loss to Jackson, Schramm ended up with 29 points.
Yeah.
And between the two of them, they're averaging over 25 points a game. So if both of them have solid games from the outside, it's really going to help. And it'll also help the man that's starting at center for Ben Bakken, Jr. Jeff Barrett's going to come in, and if he gets some good solid minutes tonight, and this will be a big emotional boost as well as a nice non-conference win for the Rams.
Well, I agree with you, and Barrett has played before. He started before earlier in the year and has to step up his game, but you're right. Schramm and Schultz are very, very good players.
Now, on the other side of the ball, the Greyhounds, their coach John Bennington, he really likes to mix it up on offense. They like to move the ball around, and this is going to be a good game for them to try that on, especially since the Holt Rams have lost some of their size on the inside. We're going to see exactly how precise their passing is, how much they can sit back and say, you know, listen, this is a game that absolutely nobody expects us to win. If we lose this game, basically we've lost nothing. So if we can come out, take the emotional advantage because Bakken's out, maybe we can get in there and stun these Holt Rams and beat them on their home court.
Well, I think that's got to be their thought. And in talking to him before the game, Coach Bennington said that the key for them is blocking out. They're not a strong rebounding team, and they're small besides. And they've got to keep Holt off the boards.
Right now with Bakken out, they might be able to get a chance on some of the boards, and the last thing they need to be doing is giving up easy buckets on offensive rebounds.
Exactly.
That is just going to kill the Greyhounds tonight. They've got to be real solid on the glass and keep moving the ball around and make sure to get good, consistent shots. Now that they're not facing a team that's a lot larger than they are, they can use their speed. We might see a lot of running and gunning tonight. We'll have to see what the coaches are getting their teams ready to do. This is going to be a very interesting matchup. Like we said, one key player drops out, and everything just, you know, it kind of clicks in, and we're really not sure what kind of ball game we're going to have tonight. But don't turn the set off now. These Holt Rams probably will not run away with this game the way that a lot of people thought they would when this game first appeared on the schedule.
I agree with you. And for upcoming Continental Cable Vision hoops coverage, Friday the 17th, Jackson Vikings visit the Lansing Big Reds, and that'll be shown on Jackson Continental Cable Vision Channel 17 and Lansing Continental Cable Channel 6. So right now, coming up soon, right after this break, it's Eaton Rapids Greyhounds against the Holt Rams. We'll be right back.
See Blind Crafters for custom window treatments for home and office. Blind Crafters offer professional advice in decorating all types of windows and doors. Choose from name brands for mini blinds and pleated or duet shades. We offer factory-to-you pricing in our custom-made verticals. Visit our newly expanded custom drapery department where you may look over hundreds of fabrics for custom draperies or bedspreads. And see the latest trends in custom top treatments. Only from Blind Crafters, a division of American Home Crafters.
Student, and you can join thousands of American families as part of Youth for Understanding International Exchange.
Asier has broadened our perspective in life as well as other people's.
He's made so many friends in high school. He's accepted the kids, and the kids have accepted him.
Volunteer now to be part of the world of YFU. Call 1-800-ARE-YOU-READY.
Asier is just a loving, easygoing, caring person, and we love him just as if he was our own.
Continental Cable Vision presents High School Hoops 95. Tonight it's the Eaton Rapids Greyhounds against the Holt Rams. Continental Cable Vision of Mid-Michigan presents high school. We're back. Continental Cable Vision of Mid-Michigan presents High School Hoops 95. Tonight it's the Eaton Rapids Greyhounds versus the Holt Rams. Now let's go to our floor announcer for the team introductions. Don Jackson.
At guard, 5'11" sophomore, number 14, Mike Holscher. At guard, 6'2" senior, number 32, Eric Frico. At forward, 6 foot junior, number 24, Jerry Pierpoint. At forward, 6'2" senior, number 50, Casey Church. At forward, 6'3" senior, number 34, Jeff Eldred. And now for the starting five for your hosting Holt Rams. In his 10th year as head coach, Mr. Bruce Larner, assisted by Mr. Dave Foy, Mr. Dane Rickman, Mr. Scooter Trope, Mr. Nelson Bond, and new assistant coach, Mr. Ben Buckin. At guard, 6'1" senior, number 5, Ryan Brooks. At guard, 6 foot senior, number 30, Jeff Schultz. At center, 6'5" junior, number 40, Jeff Barrett. At forward, 6'3" junior, number 44, Matt Vendlin. At forward, 6'3" senior, number 25, Tim Schramm.
Okay, we're back here at Holt and getting ready for the opening tip, Rob. Tonight's officials are Dick Callahar and Jimmy Thomas, both from Jackson. These are veteran officials. I've seen them work down in Jackson many, many times. Dick Callahar has had several high school finals, state finals. Jimmy Thomas has had quite a few tournament games and coach left quite regularly in the junior college circuit. So these are two very, very good officials.
Good. We'll look for them to keep things nice and clean out there, and hopefully we'll have a pretty good game tonight.
Well, I'm looking forward to this. Casey Church is going to jump center against Jeff Barrett. Holt controls. And Ryan Brooks, number 5, Ryan Brooks. Eden Rapids in a man-to-man. This is Schramm, 29 points in his last game. Schultz, top of the key, three-pointer, yes.
Excellent ball movement by the Rams on that one. Now we're looking for them to keep out to the perimeter like that all night long, seeing as they lost their big man.
There's a steal right away. Brooks has got it. They trapped at half court. Brooks penetrates. Schultz looking inside to Barrett. Stepped out of bounds. And Eaton Rapids will take the ball. Looks like Holt's going to put pressure on them and see if they can handle the ball.
I'll tell you what, the Rams are trying to work their inside-outside game. You know, even without back in there, we're going to see if it's been the system that's been working for them all year or Ben Bakken.
Church fed Prico on a drive, and he was fouled. Fouls on number 40, Jeff Barrett. That's his first and the team's first.
Well, we'll have to see. Barrett getting into foul trouble early would not be a great idea. We'll have to see. It's possible the Greyhounds are going to try and keep taking the ball to him, maybe get him knocked out of the game and have to go to a third round, the third center on their depth chart.
That's right. Prico hits the first free throw. And it's 3-2. And Eaton Rapids will press.
Yeah, the Greyhounds say if the Rams can do it,
break it easily. 2-on-1 now. Pull up by Vanlin is no good. Puts it back up, also no good. And the Greyhounds have the ball. Here's Church.
Oh.
Too high.
Oh, that was a nice look by Church on that one.
Yeah, it was a little over Pierpoint's head.
Just a little bit, but if they keep moving the ball like that, they're going to get some easy buckets tonight.
Yes, they are. And I think they're going to need those. They're looking for turnovers and easy scores, I think. Here's Schramm on a drive and a reach-in foul before he took the shot, I believe. Fouls on 14, Mike Holscher. That's his first and the team's first.
I like the way the Rams are moving the ball around. They're not just moving it around the key. When they've got a chance to cut to the bucket, they do. They're looking for their inside man, even though it isn't Ben Bakken. They're used to having a big guy in there, and they're going to try and get him the ball.
Pierpoint knocked that ball out of bounds, and Holt's got it under their own basket.
Nice quick hands by Pierpoint. They're going to try and make sure they don't give him any easy buckets down in the
by
paint.
Schultz is short. Schramm's got the rebound on his own tip. That was a nice play. Without going over the back. Yeah, without going over the back. That was good. Schultz again, three-pointer. Count it. Nope, a little long. Pierpoint's got the rebound. And Casey Church has the ball. Stolen by Schultz, stolen back by Church.
Oh,
three-pointer slapped away, up and down. Steps called.
Well, I'll tell you what, KC Church, I think he got a little too excited there. He said, hey, I feel like a guard out here today. I'm stealing the ball. I'm going to try and pop a tray, but just kind of lost the handle on the way up. Catch your own bobble like that, they're going to call you for traveling.
Number 10, Greg Cox, is in the lineup now for Eaton Rapids.
Yeah, both teams like to use their benches quite a bit.
There's a turnover. Preco's got it on a drive to the baseline. Inside
Nice
to Church.
look.
And off the glass, a real nice shot by Casey Church, averaging 13 points a game.
Nice follow by Casey Church, waited filling in the paint there and getting a nice pass.
4-3, Eaton Rapids. 5:50 to go in the first quarter. Ryan Brooks at the point. Off the glass, no good. Rebound controlled by Eldred. Eldred, pull up three-pointer. Yes.
Oh, my! Jeff Eldred from downtown.
Yes, that was missed. 7-3 is the score.
I'll tell you what, we're going to see some trays pop tonight.
Yeah, I think Eaton Rapids likes that. Here goes Schramm. In and out, no good. Danlin's got the rebound, off the glass and in.
Nice hustle by him.
Yes, he cleaned that one up nicely.
Tell you what, I don't exactly see the Holt Rams stand too far away from the three-point line either.
No. Baseline jumper is long. That was Cox. Back up by Church. No good.
Oh.
A traveling call, and here's the first substitution for Holt.
Boy, Cox maybe tried to make a quick move down the baseline, but he drug his pivot foot, and they got him for the old walk.
45 Grant and 33 Chris Sherry into the lineup for Holt.
Might see Holt switching players in and out a little more. They seem to be running a little more than I've seen them this year, so they're going to try and keep fresh legs in there as often as they can, and the Greyhounds from Eaton Rapids are matching step for step.
Brooks, 15-footer, in and out. Over the back on 45. Ryan Grant. That's his first foul. And the second team foul. So far, Eaton Rapids looks like they can play with these guys.
Yeah, they sure do. I haven't seen them stepping back at all. They've been breaking the press pretty well, too. We'll see if they can move the ball around here.
I think he got away with steps on that one.
Yeah, one or two, you know.
They were
Nothing
small.
major.
They were small.
Baby steps.
Grant's got the rebound, and he was fouled.
We're seeing some good glass work on both teams. It almost seems to be catch as catch can. If the ball comes to you, you seem to be getting it. So.
And that foul is on Casey Church. That's his first. And he obviously has to be very careful because he's their best scorer.
He is their man. When they need somebody to give the ball to, he's been the one. And he's in the 2 wins so far this season, he's playing outstanding basketball.
Here Schramm looks inside. Brooks doesn't force it. Schramm on a pull-up three-pointer is short. Eaton Rapids got the rebound.
Oh, I don't know. That's that's pretty borderline call.
Yep. Touch foul on Ryan Grant. That's his second.
Bruce Larner, the coach of the Rams, is not real happy with that call. It looked like a pretty good steal from this vantage point, but we're not down on the court.
That's right. All right, 32 is Preco running the point now. This is a 1-4 set.
Vicious defense by Timmy Schramm. Actually, that's Jeff Schultz with the vicious defense.
Pierpoint missed it. Here's Preco back up. There's a foul. Fouls on 25. That's Schultz. Excuse me, that's Schramm. That's his first.
Well, how about we call Schramm Schultz all night? And
I don't think I'm going to do that. I can tell them apart. Barrett's back in for Holt. And here's Preco. That's 3 for 3 at the free throw line for him. Barrett's replacement, Ryan Grant, was in for about a minute and got 2 quick fouls. Made another one. That's 4 in a row. 8-5, 9-5 now. We've got an injured player.
Right down near the foul line. I don't know. Maybe caught an elbow or shoulder going up in the chops when he was going up for a rebound.
Sure did. Number 12, Nick Roca, is into the lineup, replacing Holscher, who got one right in the mouth.
Well, it appears to be all right, though. It's nice when he can get off the court in that quick manner. Taking a quick look at him is John Bennington, the head coach.
4:04 to go in the first. 9-5 in favor of the visiting Eaton Rapids Greyhounds.
Kind of a surprise.
Here's Schultz on a drive. Feeds Barrett, hit him in the foot with it. You don't want to pass it low to a big guy.
Well, I'll tell you what, Schultz kind of lost control as he was coming down towards the lane. I don't think he really was entirely sure whether he was going to take that one to the hole himself or toss it off to his center, and by the time he decided, he made a bad pass.
Rico running the point.
Now Eaton Rapids has a chance to go up by as many as 6 points.
24 is Pierpoint. Here's the new player in, Roca. Casey Church is the man in the lane.
Nice dish.
It was a nice dish, but Rico couldn't finish. And Anderson, the new player in for Holt, gets the rebound.
It's nice when your big guy, when he gets collapsed on in the paint, has enough sense to look for an open man.
Looking for the charge down low, didn't get it. And the basket was by 33, Chris Sherry. That's his first two. And it's 9-7 in favor of Eaton Rapids.
Oh, my.
And Rico, for no reason at all, took steps because he wasn't even pressured.
Well, I'll tell you what. Just one of those cases of not knowing what you're going to do when you've got the ball.
Right.
Before you make a decision, you've got to know where it's going. You know, you should be 2 steps ahead, and well, we know he was at least 1 step ahead.
That's right. 11, Terry Kenny in the lineup. Now this is Schultz. Chad Falk, 35, is also in. Schultz on a baseline drive did not get it to go, but a ball went off of number 12, Nick Roca, and Holt maintains possession.
I'll tell you what, the Greyhounds are being real tight in the paint. They know Ben Bakken's not in there, so they're going to make sure that nobody else filling in for Bakken is going to be able to do what Bakken has done to teams all through the season. So they're really being rough in the paint. They're going to try and make the Rams beat them from the outside, which, of course, the Rams can do when they're hitting their shots.
Yeah, particularly Schramm and Schultz.
Right.
Inside to Barrett.
There you
He's
go.
Got an easy one left-handed off the glass. Very nice. Nice feed by Schultz.
Man, if you get your backup center doing some getting some positive minutes like that. Oh.
There's another turnover.
Bad pass.
Yep.
As I was saying, if you get your, your center, he's the starting center tonight. They know it. They're going to get him the ball as if, as if he's been there all year, and he's got some quality minutes. So we'll see. That was a beautiful play.
2:30 to go in the first quarter. It's 9-9. That's Anderson on a drive. Nice little jump shot in the lane by Paul Anderson.
That was perfectly playing some motion offense, keeping the ball moving without the ball, getting yourself a nice open shot. That was a free throw he just made. With a little pressure on him, of course.
There's a three-pointer by Church, and it's down. Nice shot.
Oh, you've got to have somebody in KC's face if you're going to stop this Eaton Rapids ball club.
12-11 in favor of Eaton Rapids. 1:50 to go in the first quarter, and Eaton Rapids presses.
Well, we were talking we might have a barn burner tonight. We might have
nice close game so far.
We've got the makings of one here, Mel.
Barrett wants it down low, off the glass, left-handed again.
I'll tell ya.
Another nice feed by Schultz, and it's 13-12.
Ben who?
I know. Right.
Well, I don't think Eaton Rapids was expecting them to have such a power inside the paint with Bakken out for the game.
Well, so. Barrett has had some starting experience.
You're right. You're right. He's a good-looking ball player, too.
Looks good.
Basically, all I could see is they lose a couple of inches in height. I'll tell you what, with that young man getting a little more confidence as well, we could see some more paint action from Mr. Barrett.
Schultz picks up his first foul, and that's the 5th team foul against the Rams. Number 20, Darnell Powers, into the lineup now for Holt. .34 was Eldred. This is 10, Greg Cox. 20 is Karras. Alex Karras, not the same one that played for the Lions. Nice up fake there.
Oh!
Cox couldn't get the ball to go down, and it's 35, Chad Folk with the rebound. 45 seconds to go in the quarter.
I'll tell you, Cox earned that last shot. He was moving real well without the ball.
Darnell Powers on a little jump shot gets it to go, and it's now 15-12 in favor of the Rams with 30 seconds to go. Having a little trouble against the press this time down. Now they got it over. Preco's got it.
2 men on him
for the last shot. There's Cox. Nice look inside.
Oh.
The Church couldn't hang on to it.
Well, Cox saw the maroon jersey standing underneath the basket. Wanted to try to get it there before a Holt Ram collapsed on him and just ended up making just a little bit too bad of a pass. Could have been caught by KC Church, but it wasn't.
15 seconds now. Looking low to Barrett. He's got it and puts it down. That's 6 points already for Jeff Barrett. 8 seconds to go. Now that's going to be a block. Darnell Powers is going to get that foul.
Well, Darnell thought that he had position on that one. He was kind of looking for a charge, but I don't know.
Only 5 seconds to go. That's the 6th team foul already for Holt.
Don't seem to be hometown reps.
No, they're from Jackson.
Oh, well, there you go. Oh, well, now I get it.
Now you get it. Okay.
CAC competitors. I see how it works.
Well, that was a quick 5 count.
Well,
maybe that
4 or 5. What's the difference, really?
Schultz is back in, and so is Schramm for this last second. 5 seconds to go. Looking for a quick long shot here.
Quick shot. That's why you got Schultz and Schramm in there. You're going to try and bomb one from three-point land as soon as they get the ball in. They still got a couple of seconds to drive up the court, too.
Yes, they do. Anderson's got it, and he's on the run. Oh, that's Terry Kenny. He better shoot it.
My.
He did.
Oh!
Off the glass, no good. And at the end of the first quarter, it's Holt 17 and Eaton Rapids 12. We'll be right back after this message.
Your first date with Grandpa?
Oh my, yes. I was late, and we missed the first half hour of the Philadelphia story.
Nice one, Grandma.
At Continental Cable Vision, we're developing the technology that will enable you to find the movie you want. From new releases,
ladies, join me in the den,
to old classics.
John, you remembered. Oh, you remembered that, too.
Grandma.
We're back. Holt 17-12 over Eaton Rapids at the end of the first quarter. And Eaton Rapids will inbound the ball. 32 is Eric Preco running the point now.
Well, we talked at the beginning of the game that the Rams would have to get some quality minutes from their backup center, and they sure have.
That's a nice steal. Terry Kenny, left-handed layup, and just rolls it in.
He made that a lot more interesting than it should have been.
Yes, he did. 19-12. Now they should have 3-on-2. They do. Here's the pull-up. Three-pointer. No good by Church. The rebound controlled by Alex Karras.
Nice hustle by Karras.
Yes, it was. And here's Preco running the point again. 10 is Greg Cox inside. And that's Schramm and a 3-on-1. There it is. Vandlin inside and scores. Nicely run break. And we're going to get our first timeout by Eaton Rapids. It's 21-12 in favor of Holt.
Well, I got a
1 minute into the second quarter.
I got a feeling that when John Bennington was talking to his ball club in between quarters there, that that was not what he wanted to happen. He didn't want to see 4 quick, fast break points scored on his team by the Holt Rams. And he said, okay, come in, calm down. You've made a couple of bad passes already. You know, the Rams are playing some loose defense in the paint, so I got a feeling he's going to tell his team, okay, let's work it around the horn. Let's stretch him out a little bit, and then we can try and work back into the paint.
Yeah, I think they can go inside.
They've already proven it.
Yeah, I think they can go inside because the intimidator is not there. Dokken is not playing.
Yeah, a few of the folks traveling up from Eaton Rapids sitting behind their ball club tonight. You can see the Greyhounds huddled to the right of your screen there, getting ready to come out and get themselves right back into this game.
Okay, now we're going to see a little replay on that last basket on the fast break.
That was a nice toss. You kind of see Schramm lose the handle here. I think he wanted to take it. He said, well, I guess you can have it. Nice little move towards the baseline, up and off the glass. We'll count it.
Yeah, it was a nicely run break.
Yeah, very well done. And they might get some more break points if they can get their press to work. This is a time when Casey Church needs to step up.
I think you're right.
He's their go-to guy. He's got to make things happen just like that.
A little hard in the paint though. And that's a shot that he knows he should make.
Yeah, exactly. You can see the intense look on Casey Church's face as he's walking back down. He's not happy that he missed that shot. He got a little too excited about it.
Yep. It was kind of an in-between shot. He didn't know whether to play it off the glass or try and make it straight. There's Schramm inside. He can't put it down. Vanlin tips. That's no good. And Eaton Rapids has got the rebound.
Finally comes down with it. He's in trouble.
3 guys on him. Now they should have a break.
They got to move. They got to move.
And a bad pass across. Now you can't throw a cross-court pass.
Well, I'll tell you, not like that.
No.
Right at that point, you need to take it to the bucket, make the man commit, and then make the pass.
Sure, he has 2-on-1 at that point.
Right, exactly.
There's Schramm on a long three-pointer. That's no good.
Now again,
Schultz wants it. He's got it, and he puts it down.
Seeing a little bit of the inexperience of this Eaton Rapids team.
Yeah.
You know,
a little impatient.
Exactly, exactly. That's something that comes with a little more maturity, and they are a relatively young team.
Yes,
only 4 seniors on the whole club, and only 3 seniors starting. So.
.32 is Preco. It's out. Here's Casey Church. Three-pointer is no good.
Casey almost seems to have no legs tonight. He's really trying too hard to hit that tray. He still has not gotten into a groove. But again, you've got to keep getting in the ball.
Oh, I think so. He's got a nice stroke.
Yeah, he's got a nice stroke. He just seems to be
Schramm
pushing
on a
it
drive
a little bit
got pushed by 32. Eric Preco. That's going to be his first foul.
And that was before the shot, so they'll just get the ball out underneath the hoop.
And it's only their 3rd team foul. Here comes some substitutions. Barrett is back in for Holt, and Ryan Brooks is back in.
And we have yet to see a point from the Greyhounds here in the second quarter.
Kevin Jones, number 40, is into the lineup for the Greyhounds.
He's got his James Worthy glasses on.
Yes, he does. There's Schultz on a three-pointer. Oh, that was a two-pointer. His foot was on the line.
I'll tell you what, he couldn't have been defended any better. Kevin Jones was right in his face. That was just a beautiful, beautiful stroke.
That was a real nice
Schultz.
shot. Yeah, 7 points for Schultz.
But I just see a lot of indecision on the face of these Greyhounds.
Yeah, they're struggling. They don't have. I don't think their ball handling is the quality of Holt.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. We've seen a lot of bad passes and bad decisions.
And there's a steal by Schultz. Here's Schramm on the run. A nice pass, but Barrett couldn't handle it.
I'm not sure these guys practice passing to the big guys in practice, because they're throwing them all at their ankles and their shins, and that's not going to do anything with a guy that's 6'5".
Well, here's 25-12 is the score for Holt, and Schramm, their big scorer, has not scored yet for Holt. 4:40 to go in the first half.
Got some good assists, though.
He has.
He's really moving the ball
and
around.
And he hasn't forced any shots.
Right, exactly. He's being an unselfish ball player, which is nice.
There's Brooks on the baseline, and a nice feed inside to Barrett. Off the glass.
Count it.
Count it. A very nice shot. That's 8 points for Barrett already.
Well, I'll tell you what, an excellent pass by Ryan Brooks there. He could have easily tried to jump up and inside, maybe force that one off the glass, but he saw his big guy, Jeff Barrett, coming down the lane. He's like, you know, if I get Barrett scoring some points, this is going to kill the Greyhounds. So that was a great decision by Ryan Brooks.
The foul went to number 40, Kevin Jones. That's his first and the 4th team foul. And this is Jeff Barrett at the line. That's his 9th point already here in the first half.
I'll tell you what, maybe it's as much the system as it is the players.
Could be.
Well, you can see that they almost the Greyhounds look more like scared rabbits right now. They had a couple open men in the lane on that fast break, and they wouldn't pass the ball in because it's been stolen from them so many times.
There's a nice shot off the glass by Kevin Jones on a feed from Preco, and the score is now 28-14. That's their first basket.
Nice little move by KJ there to get himself a nice, easy glasser.
That's the first points of this quarter for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, good point. It took him almost 4 minutes to get him.
Yep. There's a bad pass, and the Greyhounds get the ball.
This could be a nice break for the Greyhounds.
Well,
if they can put together a couple buckets in a row here, they're right back in this ball game.
Well, they can't get it all back on one possession.
Exactly.
So they have to be a little patient. There's plenty of time to go. It's only the second quarter.
That's right.
If they can put a little run together here, and they'll get right back in the game.
But you could tell they kind of had the feeling that things were getting away from them, and if they can just get a nice shot off now.
There's a good shot by Preco, but he couldn't make it. The offensive rebound was to Eldred, and he was fouled.
Well, Jeff Schultz thought that he got elbowed on the rebound there, and I guess he gave it back a little bit in kind on the following shot. So
Schultz gets the foul. That's his second and the 7th team foul. Darnell Powers comes back in the lineup now, and Eldred will be at the line. 2 shots.
These are a couple of good points. They could really use these.
There's one. He bounced in.
Gravity helped him out a little on that one. Here's a look at the rebound. You see, oh, he goes up for it and catches him with the body and back again with the hand after the shot.
Other than that, he didn't foul him.
But besides just a couple. It's too bad you can only get 1 foul per play. They might have gotten 4 shots off of that one.
Yeah, he took steps.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's moving too fast and hit the air brakes, but I skidded across the floor just a little bit.
Well, it's 28-16 now, and here Eaton Rapids has a chance to cut it to 10 or possibly even 9.
Now you know what it looks like to have a couple of Holt Rams in your face when you're trying to move the ball. But it's a swarming defense by the Rams.
They're trapping him.
I'll tell you what a great time to do it. Like we were talking about, the Greyhounds are a little tentative in their passes. They've been making some bad decisions. Perfect time. Put a couple of guys on. You're basically gambling that they won't be able to find the open man before they throw it to one of your men.
44, Matt Vanlin gets the personal foul.
Of course, if Vanlin fouls every time down, then we won't. That kind of defeats the whole purpose of getting 3 guys in somebody's face.
Well, this puts Eaton Rapids at the 1-1, and this is Pierpoint. Short, and Vanlin gets the rebound.
Cleaning up the glass. The vandalizer, as they like to call him in Holt.
It's a nice pass to Vanlin.
Yeah, a little dangerous, though.
Brooks.
Oh!
In and out. Vanlin's got the rebound and puts it back in.
Playing in the paint.
That's 6 points for Matt Vanlin. Another bad pass. Jones scrambling. Pierpoint off the backboard.
Pierpoint had KJ under the basket. He's like, man, I'm not even going to take a chance of throwing this ball away again. I'm going to take an easy glasser and get a couple of points for my team.
It's 30-18 Holt. 2:50 to go in the first half. This is Brooks. Powers has it, dumps down, and the ball's knocked out of bounds by 34 Eldred. Here comes Casey Church back in the lineup, and for Holt, Chad Folk.
See the Rams playing a very loose man-to-man defense. They're basically hanging around the edges of the paint, waiting for the ball to come inside. And it's amazing how many points in the paint the Rams have gotten with the Greyhounds playing that much defense. But the Rams are moving the ball around so well.
Schramm forced that one a little bit, and Casey Church has the rebound. Bounce pass inside, a real nice feed, and Pierpoint couldn't finish, and there's a technical foul for slapping the backboard against the Holt Rams.
Well, I believe it's on number 25, unless I missed my guess. Timmy Schramm.
And that counts as a personal foul.
Yep, that's right. Well, Schramm was going in hoping to block on that one, and he got his hand up. And
well, if he gets a piece of the ball, it doesn't count.
Right.
As a technical.
But, well, he just got a high five on the glass, and that'll get you 2 shots every time.
Eric Frico will shoot the technical. It's not a bad choice. He's 4 for 4 tonight.
Frico, the second leading scorer, right behind Casey Church of the Greyhounds. He's averaging about 9 points a game.
And he's 6 for...
Here's a quick look at the foul we just talked about. You'll see the pass inside and the drive to the hoop. And he tries to go in, get a piece of the ball, but a quick little Joey D high arcer up and high five in the glass.
I tried to force that pass inside.
Yeah, they're just lucky the Rams couldn't hold on to that one. They get the ball back.
2:24 to go in the first half. It's 30-20. Holt by 10.
Well, even with Ben Bakken out of the game for the Holt Rams, it really looks like there are 2 different caliber teams out on the court right now.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Were the Greyhounds playing like they were the first couple minutes of the first quarter? They played very good, very tight basketball, but now you see the legs are getting a little more tired, and they're throwing some bad passes, some bad decisions. So we'll see if they can get back to the way they started this ball game. They're right in here.
That was a nice pass. Powers couldn't finish it, though. No, that was Jones. Excuse me, that was Jones.
That's a bump, set, and spike in the volleyball match.
Yeah, there you go. Eric Preco running the point again. Here's Casey. Church has it, knocked out of his hands. They call a foul on Brooks.
You see the back of Coach Larner of the Holt Rams there. He thought that the pick that freed up Casey Church to get that ball was a moving pick, which should have been a foul on the Greyhounds. Comes right back. Then his own man picks up a foul, so he's not very happy about it. And he's discussing that with the referees.
Lobbying for a little later
in
on.
a very civil manner, yeah, I might add.
Terry Kenny's back in to replace Brooks, and here's Casey Church at the line for 1-1. And that's no good. He short-armed that one. So Church has really not been very sharp tonight, has 5 points. And for Eaton Rapids to get into this game, he's going to have to do something. There's a sloppy pass inside, and Kevin Jones has the ball.
Yeah, that just goes to show you that either team can make bad decisions when they're trying to pass the ball in the paint.
Preco, here's Church. On a drive, he wants it, and does not score, and picks up the offensive foul.
Excellent positioning.
Yeah, Vanlin held his ground real well, and a good call.
Well done, well done. Coach Larner's real happy with that one.
That's his second personal. Here's number 10, Greg Cox, back in the lineup, and he'll replace Church. Coach Bennington does not want Church to pick up his third foul here in the first half.
Yeah, exactly. Even though it'd be nice to have him out there trying to heat up his hand before the half ends.
That's right, but they're only 10 points down in the first half.
Good point.
You know, they're not out of this game. Here's a 3-second foul, and they're going to get the ball back and a chance to cut it to 8 or even 7. Well, it's Eaton Rapids ball, but they better have somebody down there to pass it in.
I don't believe the referee's going to throw it to him.
Everybody wants to dribble. Nobody wants to pass the ball in. That isn't going to work.
No, that won't work.
Here's Preco. Here's the double team, and it's going to be an easy layup for Terry Kenny. Oh, except
my!
Well,
I'll tell you what, Terry Kenny had.
And he's given looks to Paul Anderson, who didn't get away from him.
Sure, he said, Paul, get out of my way.
That's
you
right.
want the ball here, have the ball. By the time he realized that he was standing underneath the basket, it was a little too late.
Still 10-point game. Preco. Got to bounce past that, son.
That's right in front of us. Hello. I thought I was going to get a chance to maybe toss up a three-pointer here, Mel, but no such luck.
Pierpoint will inbounds.
I'll let these young bucks do it. They're a little better at it than I am.
Oh, really? you want to play slow break? Is that what you want to do?
Please.
Preco tries to get it inside, and that was a bad pass broken up by Terry Kenny. He's done a nice job coming off the bench.
Some good quick hands on defense. He's got his ball club the ball a couple of times already here.
Anderson, top of the key. Here's Powers looking inside for Vanlin.
I'll tell you,
and Vanlin throws it to the third row. That young lady was not ready for the pass.
She was not ready for that go. Good thing it didn't hit that sucker in her mouth.
I was going to say, it almost knocked a lollipop down her throat. 18 seconds to go. And Eaton Rapids is looking to get this into single digits. Here comes the trap. Steps through.
There's a good look.
Good look. Three-pointer in and out. And Powers has the rebound with 2-1, and this shot will not count. And at the end of the first half, Holt 30, and the Eaton Rapids Greyhounds 20.
Blind Crafters for custom window treatments for home and office. Blind Crafters offer professional advice in decorating all types of windows and doors. Choose from name brands for mini blinds and pleated or duet shades. We offer factory-to-you pricing in our custom-made verticals. Visit our newly expanded custom drapery department where you may look over hundreds of fabrics for custom draperies or bedspreads. And see the latest trends in custom top treatments. Only from Blind Crafters, a division of American Home Crafters.
At Capital Cadillac, we have over 125 new Cadillacs in stock, with more arriving every day. So why are so many Oldsmobiles, Buicks, Lincolns, and imports being traded in on our Capital Cadillacs? Because we offer probably the best value in the market today. And with our goal of being $500 less than the competition on every new car and absolutely spoiling you in service, you can be confident you're getting more for your money at Capital Cadillac. Cadillac and Capital Cadillac, creating a higher standard on South Pennsylvania in Lansing.
Well, we're back here at Holt with the halftime score of Holt 30 and Eaton Rapids 20. Rob, what does Eaton Rapids have to do to get back in this ball game?
They just, more than anything, they really need to relax. They're running around a little bit too much on defense. They're all trying to make the play on the ball, leaving some Rams wide open underneath the hoops. And they need to make crisper passes, more intelligent passes, and they just need to move the ball around a little bit. The easiest way to break a press is just relax and do what you know that you can do. So we'll have to see what happens. Leading scorers, nobody in double digits yet, but surprisingly, Jeff Barrett, the junior that's filling in, the center filling in for the injured Ben Bakken, has 9 points. So he's looking pretty good out there today.
He's looked very good.
Not what the Greyhounds wanted to do was have their backup center scoring more points than anybody on the floor tonight.
That's right.
We'll see what happens as we're getting ready for the second half.
Well, and Holt has to feel pretty good a bit with a 10-point lead at halftime, where their best scorer on the floor hasn't scored yet. And
that's a good point. That's right.
Tim Schramm.
Tim Schramm has yet to put one through the hoop. Though right there, Jeff Schultz is having a pretty good ball game.
And he takes the first shot and buries it.
And it's getting better.
Yeah, and that's 9 points for Schultz. He's got a nice-looking shot.
He sure does.
Here's the press on the floor. There was a quick whistle.
I'll tell you what I've been seeing a lot of these Holt Rams this year. It seems either Schultz or Schramm will become the scorer for the day, and the other one will start feeding him all day long. So we'll see. Quite a few assists already, even though Timmy Schramm hasn't scored yet. He's got a few assists out there. They play off each other very well.
Looks like they're going to try and trap the ball here.
Yeah, there's Jeff Schultz. Not exactly sure what just happened there, but supposedly...
But he did get a foul call.
And he did get a foul call for whatever happened. He was pushing out underneath, trying to get a rebound on that shot.
And that's his third person.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, the Holt Rams are not leaving anything for granted. They're not going to sit back and even give the Greyhounds a chance to come in. They're playing pressure defense. You can see by the quick steal right there in the inbounds pass.
Barrett broke up that pass right away. That was a nice play.
So we'll see. They're playing tough basketball. They're not resting on their laurels. They want to let the rest of Mid-Michigan know that just because Bakken is out, they are still a very good ball club.
There's another bad shot by Schramm. He really looks out of sync tonight on his shots.
Yeah, just all of a sudden, actually, he was looking pretty good in the first half, and then I'm not sure what happened from there.
Eldred gets that foul. That's the first personal on him. Schultz is coming out, and 20, Darnell Powers is coming in. The three fouls this early. There's an inbound pass to Vanlin that Eaton Rapids could not defense at all. And that's 8 points. 8 points for Vanlin.
In the paint.
Here's Church.
Tell you what, something else. Oh my! Oh
the
my!
And Kevin Jones could not handle the pass.
All
by himself.
That was the first time I'd seen one of those maroon jerseys stand all alone in the paint tonight, and it's just like I said. Had they taken just that extra half second to make a little better pass, that was an easy 2 points for the Greyhounds.
Right.
Something else the Greyhounds need to do, they need to get Casey Church a little more involved in the scoring department.
Jones almost stole it there. Brooks on a jumper from the free throw line, buries it. And
nice
that's his first basket.
Nice concentration from Ryan Brooks.
Nice basket pass.
Here in that one.
Brooks has got the rebound there off the miss by Pierpoint. And he'll run the point.
Let's check the away from the ball movement of the Holt Rams.
Motion offense.
Yeah, they sure are moving
Schramm
around
comes
quite
to the top of the key. Three-pointer is off to the right. And that shot didn't look very good. And he's looking a little disgusted.
He didn't, well, he knows that he really didn't need to take that shot.
Pierpoint, three-pointer.
Oh, my.
Oh, he counts of two. Foot was on the line.
On the line. We'll give him 2 points for that.
Second basket.
That was nice. I'll tell you what, when this game started, the first 8 or 10 points that the Greyhounds had were on transition baskets, just like that. If they can get back into that motion, they'll be doing great.
Barrett rolls one in, and that's 11 points for Barrett. 38-22 for Holt. 5:40 to go in the third quarter. Here's the three-pointer by Church. It's a little long, and Barrett cleans the boards.
I'll tell you
Schramm
what.
is looking to run.
KC Church was throwing him a little short in the first half, and now it seems he's overcorrected. That one clanked off the backside of the iron.
The two big scorers on the floor are not the big scorers tonight. Schramm for Holt and KC Church for Eaton Rapids. There's a three-pointer that's missed by Brooks, and Church has got the rebound.
The only difference in that analogy
up.
is that Schramm is at least being productive on the court. Some nice defense.
Right. Church just lost the ball again.
Exactly. Church, it seems when he's not shooting, his whole game falls apart.
Yep.
Where at least Schramm knows that he can still play good defense and still dish the ball pretty well.
Looking inside, he was held by Jones. Vanlin fouled by Jones on the post-up move.
Just see, KC Church playing down on defense. He's kind of shaking his head a little bit. He looks mad, frustrated, and it's affecting his entire game.
Number 10, Greg Cox, comes into the lineup replacing Jones. Vanlin on a jump shot. There's a foul on Barrett. That's going to be his second foul. Still a 16-point lead for Holt. 4:44 to go in the third. 32 is Eric Preco. Tipped by Vanlin.
More pressure defense from the Holt Rams. I mean, they're really, they're up by 16 points now, and they're still going to make sure they're not going to give the Greyhounds any easy buckets. They're not going to give them a chance to come back.
There's a bad pass. Here's Brooks on the run. Pull up. Short. No good. It's an air ball. Schramm's got the rebound on a turnaround off the glass, and good. That's his first basket.
That's his first two, and that was just all hustle that got him those 2 points. Yeah. Excellent play by Tim Schramm.
Well, he's staying in the game. You're right. Exactly. He's playing defense. He's rebounding the ball. He's where he's supposed to be, and KC Church gets an easy one inside. Nice. 7 points for Church.
That's the first time we've seen any Greyhounds with any really easy buckets tonight.
Vanlin on the drive. He's pushed by Eldred, gets away with it. Barrett goes up, and he's fouled.
Yeah, it's a pretty good foul. Get on the big man. Don't give him an easy 2 points. Send him to the line. Maybe he'll bonk a couple off, and you won't have to worry about it. And it's almost demoralizing to give such an easy bucket like that. So,
well, you got to make him earn them.
Exactly.
Right?
Pretty good, solid foul.
Sure. Turpoint got the foul. It's his first and the third team foul.
Bad time. They just set KC Church down. I don't think I agree with that.
And Roca comes into the game.
I think I would leave Church in there as much of the third quarter as I possibly could.
Terry Kenny came in again for Holt, and you were right. Barrett whacks one off the rim.
A quick foul. You see, you see Barrett go up for the shot and just get caught on the arm on the way up. And the best thing about the foul, the player made sure the ball didn't go down, because you don't want to give him a three-point play situation right there.
There's that one.
So they traded a foul for a point, basically.
Right.
Barrett hit one of his 2 foul shots.
Ryan Grant back into the lineup, and Barrett gets a rest.
Just a little bit of pressure on the ball.
Still pressuring. They're going to trap it to half court. Preco goes down, steps through. Close to a 10-second call. They're not going to get it, and Kenny's going to get the layup.
And Kenny managed to hold on to the ball.
Yes, he did. That's because Anderson wasn't there to knock it out of his hand, his teammate. You got to look out for those sneaky teammates. There's a step through and a foul. I think I'm going to give it that one to Powers.
Well, I'll tell you what, getting caught in the corner like that, you can't go back over the line because you got over a bag. That's just an awful place to get double teamed. And you'd think the Greyhounds would try and keep the ball more towards the center of the court if they could.
They got to post somebody in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. There's just less chances to get caught in the middle there.
Dustin Allward into the lineup.
Much to the fans' delight.
There's the trap in the corner. Everybody's on the floor, and Holt's got the ball, and Kenny's running.
Just excellent trapping defense by the Holt Rams. Nice move.
Loses the ball.
Loses the handle.
And here comes Eaton Rapids the other way. Preco stolen back, and a foul on Allward.
Preco's just got a little smile on that one. He's like, oh man, I had 2 points. It was written all over that one. But yeah, we got a quick little arm foul on there. And
Fourth team foul on Holt. Eaton Rapids is having a lot of trouble with this pressure.
Yeah, they sure are. They again, that comes down to the maturity and just using your head and looking for an open man.
There's the open man.
There's a tray.
Preco to the hole. Cox couldn't get it to go. Jump ball called, and Holt is going to get it on the alternate
A
position.
lot of hustle by Preco on that play. You know, got his own rebound and got the rebound, came back, dished out to an open man. I believe it was number 10, Greg Cox. And then Cox made the mistake of putting the ball on the floor.
Well,
he had an open 8-foot jump shot that he could have drained or bounced it off the glass. But he put the ball on the floor, and by the time he got closer to the bucket, he had a Holt Ram right in his face and ended up turning into a ball for the Holt Ram.
Tram misses again from the three-point line, and 24, Jerry Pierpoint gets the rebound. And there's a save by Holt. The ball's bouncing all over the place. Schramm on the drive, gets it back, and Eaton Rapids knocks it out of bounds. So a little scrambly play here on both ends of the court.
Yeah, they're still scrapping. Nobody's giving up, I'll tell you that much.
Well, from what I've seen here, Preco is doing his best to hold Eaton Rapids in the game. He's been the best player on the floor for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, it's just too bad Casey Church has yet to really hit his stride. That's why I was kind of surprised with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. The coach of the Eaton Rapids Greyhounds, John Bennington, sat Casey Church down. He had just made a nice, easy bunny, a quick little layup from inside. I really thought it was a time for Casey Church maybe to get in his groove, but right now his groove is sitting on the bench.
And he's turned it over again. Eaton Rapids has turned the ball over again, down 19 points with 2:13 to go here in the third quarter.
Nice defense, breaking off the passing lanes, more hustle. Got away with a couple of steps there.
Yes, he did, but they've not been able to run. Eaton Rapids has not been able to run. Holt gets back very well.
Not like they did at the beginning of the game. Yes, you're right.
Here's Preco on a drive, dishes it out. Inside.
We've seen a very
different... 34, Eldred could not get the ball to go down and then fouls on the rebound.
Very different game plan than what we've seen from the Holt Rams earlier this season. They were very much a power team, get the inside game working and then working on the way back out. Tonight, they're going quick and fast. You know, getting points as quick as you can, pressing the other team, forcing them to make mistakes that you can easily capitalize on. So, you know, rather than as much a half-court set-up offense that they've seen all year, they're running and forcing mistakes.
20, Alex Karras back in for Eaton Rapids, and 22, Paul Anderson for Holt. Here's Terry Kenny running the point. There's the double team coming. He gets away from that. There's a steal and a stolen back. Eldred's got it. Inside at the baseline, 45. Grant took the shot. That's no good, and Eaton Rapids has the ball.
You know,
it's getting a little scrambly out there.
Just looks like the Holt Rams are all of a sudden playing pickup ball out there. They're not really setting up very well.
Well,
they better watch it.
Well, they have no starters on the court.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point. We're getting some quality minutes from some younger players.
Nice pass to Ryan Grant from Terry Kenny. Kenny's played a nice ball game off the bench playing the point.
That's right. That's right. Good-looking young ball player in his senior year at Holt. Has a nice look.
Oh, shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Get the ball in the paint, you got to shoot the ball.
Yeah, that's, again, that comes with maturity, and that's, whoa! And a wet spot on the floor. I hope we didn't get an injury there. I think his pride's hurt more than anything else.
40, Kevin Jones back in for Eaton Rapids, and 10, Ben Myers into the lineup.
Brian Grant fell down with the ball there. He seems to have fallen a little funny on his left hand. It doesn't look like he's in too much pain, but Coach Larner's over there taking a quick look at him.
Chris Sherry back in the lineup for Holt, too. So there are no starters on the floor for the Holt Rams. They have a 21-point lead. There's 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Roca is number 12.
And again, Casey Church not on the floor for the Greyhounds.
20 is Alex Karras. Up. Lost the ball momentarily. Here's Pierpoint. Somebody's got to come to the ball. Ben Myers bailed him out there. He was in trouble.
Yeah, he did. And Ben knows it, too.
That's his first personal.
Yeah, Ben was ready. He's like, oh man, I can get that ball and go down and maybe do a 360 reverse slam through my legs. But,
I don't think
he
so.
fouled instead.
Not at 5'9".
Well, no, he could be a leaper.
Oh yeah, but he's not.
Again, another bad decision. Well, you can see some of the frustration on the faces of the Greyhounds as well. Just a little bad decision there. He picked up his dribble and he didn't know where he was going with it.
And then gets double teamed and he has nobody to pass it to.
Exactly. You've got to know where you're going with the ball before you pick up that dribble, because, you know, without that dribble, you're going nowhere, and then people have to come to you.
10 seconds.
And once again, losing the dribble.
Here's the steal. Foul. Chris Sherry going for the layup. Was fouled by Pierpoint.
I think Sherry got a little help on that one, because that would have been a serious brick if he wouldn't have been fouled.
I agree with you, but
you could see one leg going one way, the arm going the other way, the ball desperately trying to get control of it, and by the time he had it, he was a little too close to the bucket to try a nice, easy layup, and the foul helped it look like maybe it wasn't so much his fault, but we know better, don't we, Mel?
Chris Sherry at the line shooting 2, and Casey Church has just come back in the game with 2 seconds to go in the quarter.
Yeah, that's about 3 or 4 minutes too late as far as I'm concerned.
0 for 2 there, and that'll end the quarter. 45 for Holt, the home team.
You can see
24 for Eaton Rapids.
See, our cameraman almost got beamed by that one.
And we'll be back after this break for the fourth quarter.
Spartan Mitsubishi wants you to know that regardless of the terrain you drive on, the totally redesigned for 1995 Mitsubishi Montero will get you there in style. And right now, Spartan Mitsubishi can get you in a new 95 Montero at an incredibly low $349 per month. That's right, for only $349 per month. And you can only test drive it on our new terrain. Spartan Mitsubishi's new dealership at 5609 South Pennsylvania. So hurry in today.
Back with the fourth quarter here at Holt. Holt leading comfortably 45-24, and they have put their starting 5 back on the court. There's a steal by Jones, and the ball's out of bounds.
Nice
Here's
hustle by KJ.
Yep. So for Holt, we have Schramm, Schultz, Brooks, Vanlin, and Barrett. Schultz on a drive, gives it to Vanlin for the easy 2.
Nice move down the line by Vanlin. But I'll tell you this, you know, I don't know where this pressing defense from the Greyhounds was all during the third quarter. You know, they come out in the fourth and say, oh man, we're down by 20 points. Maybe we should, you know, press them a little bit. Well, what happened when you were down by 16 and 14 and 12 in the third quarter?
Yeah, I agree, and they're going to have to create some turnovers.
Yeah, they sure are, and you know, even then, it might still be a little bit out of their reach.
Well, they only scored 4 points in the third quarter.
Yeah, good point. Creating turnovers, getting points off of them. I think that's the most important part of the concept.
There's Church on a putback, and he got fouled by Barrett. That's Barrett's third, and the 6th team foul.
Again, KC Church getting a little mad at himself. That was a puppy. He could have been a 3-point play, and you saw him swat at the ball afterwards, and that young man better watch it, or else we might get a tee and give a couple points the other way down the line.
That's frustration.
Yeah, he sure is.
He's a good player, and he's not having a good game.
Right, yeah, he's not having a good game at all.
And it's affecting now his free throws.
Right.
0 for 2 at the line. He only has 7 points tonight. And missed them both. Schramm with the rebound, and here's Brooks.
What a disappointment, too. He's such a good ball player. It's just a shame that we had to see him on a night like this.
Yep. There's the three-pointer. He got a good look at that one and put it down. Took his time, and a real nice stroke for Schramm.
Took his time to the fourth quarter. He took his time. He took about 30 minutes or so before he took that shot.
There's another turnover by Eaton Rapids. Pass is too high.
Well, see, now that pass was intended for Ben Bakken, who's 3 inches taller than...
He forgot who it was.
3 inches taller than Jeff Barrett.
That's right. All right, 50-24 for Holt. 6:50 to go. Kevin Jones off the glass. Very nice move.
Nice little pump fake for Kevin Jones.
4 points for Kevin.
Now, there are times when you dribble the ball in the paint, and most of the time you don't. But that was one of those times, you know, the Holt Rams were ready for the first shot. He got 3 of them off their feet, moved in for a nice quick bucket.
There's a steal and should be an easy layup. Jeff Eldred didn't make it. Casey Church on a nice hustle play down the court.
That's right. That's one of those plays you've got to follow because you never know what's going to happen with that ball.
That was very good.
That was a nice play from Casey Church.
Well, he didn't allow his frustration to just let him hang back and hang his head on that
Which could be pretty easy the way this game's been going.
Absolutely. That's a nice turnaround shot.
Jeez, how are you going to come back when Jeff Schultz is draining turnaround jumpers for 12 feet?
That's 11 points for Schultz.
Great
like
pressure.
A foul there. Double team here. Got to get it to Jones. He's the man open. Didn't get it to him. Schramm on a break, 3-on-1. Here's Brooks off the glass and in.
Stop and pop.
Yep. 4 points for Ryan Brooks. Here comes the bomb squad getting ready for Holt. They can really name the final score here.
There's Bruce Larner sitting on his bench, pretty happy with the way his ball club has played tonight without their leading scorer and leading rebounder.
Kevin Jones, jump shot is no good. Casey Church up and down.
Well, I commend Casey Church for not you know, just sitting back and saying, "Coach, get me out of this game," that kind of stuff. He's gone in, a couple of quick cleanup baskets, and that's all hustle to get offensive rebounds and buckets like that.
Schultz on a three-pointer is short. Here's Preco on a drive against Brooks. Gets it out to Church. Three-pointer from the baseline is in and out. Kevin Jones has it.
I'll tell you, that was the best-looking three-pointer that Church has tossed up all night long.
There's a three-pointer by Preco.
Well, looks like Casey Church might be getting his touch back. It just might be a little too late.
Well, he has 11 points. He's only 2 under his average, but he just hasn't looked as sharp as we expected. And here comes a timeout by Holt, and they'll put in their second unit when they come back.
Had Casey Church gotten, you know, most of those points in the first half rather than here in the second half, could have been an entirely different ball game.
Preco has 9 points, and Church has 11 for Eaton Rapids. And Barrett is high with 12 points for Holt, 11 for Schultz, and 10 for Vanlin. Well, to purchase a VHS copy of this game, contact Continental Cable Programming Department at area code 517-394-9188. Each tape is $15.
Be a nice little keepsake for any of you out there who's a big Greyhound or or Ram fan, or anyone that the parents out there that might want a nice keepsake for some of their boys that are out there playing tonight.
Here comes Eaton Rapids' last basket. Kevin Jones kept the ball alive.
This is just nice movement right here. A nice, easy three-point shot. Boom, we'll count that one.
Preco. Shot that one off his ear, right off his right ear. Did you see that?
Yeah, well, wherever he shoots it from, it goes in, you know. Don't mind if he bounces it off his head as long as it goes through the hoop right now. I'm sure that's what head coach John Bennington is trying to get across. Just make the hoops.
Look kind of like Dugan Fife. Shoots kind of off his right shoulder.
Kind of right off like a shot putter.
Yep. Motion offense. There's a nice pass inside to Vanlin. The ball was blocked, but Eldred also got a piece of Vanlin. That's his third.
I don't know. That one looked like a pretty clean block to me, but I guess Eldred must have caught him with his lower body on the way in to block that shot.
He did get the ball.
Yeah, must have hit him with his legs.
Number 44, Matt Vanlin.
Here's Matt Vanlin at the line.
The vandalizer.
And he'll get 2 shots. He already has 10 points tonight. But the only thing that Holt has not done well tonight.
Here's a look at that foul, and well, it's a little rough, but I think he just caught him with the lower torso there on the block, so that got him a couple of shots.
Vanlin made 1. It's 55-33 in favor of Holt. 4:23 to go. Here comes the double team. Step through, son. Didn't do it. And here's Kevin Jones. Here's a nice quick move by Casey Church. Double clutched it, though. And here's a 3-on-1 break. Kenny running the break. Gives it to Powers. Blocked by Church. Got back on a nice hustle play. Ball's on the floor.
There you go.
Casey Church, three-pointer, banks out.
He can't buy
no,
one
he
tonight.
Can't. Kenny looks up. Here's Anderson. Carried the ball a little bit. Vanlin on a drive.
Oh, my.
Block.
Ouch.
They called the block on Church. I think mainly because he was underneath the basket.
Exactly.
I think he was in position, but he was underneath the basket.
Tell you what, who's impressing me, looking like a pretty good ball player tonight, is Kevin Jones for the Eaton Rapids.
Yeah, he's done a nice
Greyhounds.
job.
He's got some good shots. He's played a heads-up defense, gotten some big boards when the Greyhounds needed it. He's going to be someone to watch out for. He's only a sophomore, so he's got a good couple of years here at Eaton Rapids. He could really be a player that could burn up the circuit conference.
That's third personal foul on Casey Church. Vanlin hits the first free throw.
It's a nice move right here, too. Down the bucket. You see Church got in there just a little bit too late. Got charged for the block.
Vanlin now becomes the high scorer. He has 13 points and comes out of the game. Chad Falk replaces him.
So really stepping it up tonight was Vanlin and Barrett.
Yep.
You know, a couple of the taller guys on the team that really had to pick up the slack with Ben. How about the slack with Ben Bakken out?
There's a turnaround jump shot by Kevin Jones, a good-looking shot that bounced out. And Jones, you're right, has played a nice ball game.
He has played a good ball game. He's put together some good stuff tonight. And keep in mind, you know, he's only 15, 16 years old. He's still got a couple.
There's a steal by Church. Get it, the guy in the middle. And Power steals it right back. Terry Kenny loses it.
And you see the Holt Rams trying to slow it down a little bit, run some time off the clock. They're going to keep moving the ball around as much as they can.
Anderson, top of the key. Three-pointer.
Oh.
No, in and out. And the rebound is to Alex Karras. Here comes Perico on a drive. Pull up. Eldred. Three-pointer is good.
And again, there's the Dugan 5 shot put from off the year from Eldred.
That's his second three, and 8 points for Jeff Eldred. 57-36 in favor of Holt. Powers lost the ball on the baseline on a drive, and here come two substitutes for Holt. Number 10, Greg Cox. Number 10, Ben Myers, and number 32, Dustin Allward.
You think his dad owns the school or something?
Maybe his dad's the announcer.
That could be.
No, that's Don Jackson. That's the announcer.
Well.
He likes him.
A fan favorite here, Mr. Allworth.
Allward almost got the steal there.
I'll tell you what, I think I can figure it out. Allward's a scrapper. He's one of those guys that's ready to run around the court and make some things happen.
Well, he gets a chance to do it next year. He's a junior. Perico running the point. 21-point lead for Holt. 2:20 to go. Here's Karras, baseline jumper. He got clubbed. Ben Myers gets the foul, and that's his second. And Alex Karras, formerly played for the University of Iowa as defensive tackle for the Detroit Lions.
Better known as George Papadopoulos from the Webster series. Oh my, we're just getting silly now.
Oh dear. Karras makes both free throws.
Little noise from the Holt crowd trying to shake up Alex Karras.
Well, it didn't help.
No.
Here's Myers.
Someone who's played for NFL champions.
On a drive.
How the Greyhounds came down with that ball is beyond me.
And here comes a layup for Church. He got fouled. He got fouled and put it down. Chad Fulk's going to get the foul.
The double pump, two-handed layup, hacked in the act. Casey Church heads to the line. So he catches up with his season average at least.
Yeah.
Just not the way that he wanted to do it.
No. They're making a little run here. It's 57-40. They were down about 24 points there at one point, and there's a free throw that wasn't close. And the rebound went to Allward.
Allward.
I'm surprised this guy doesn't announce his rebounds and his passes.
Well, maybe that'd be pushing it just a little bit.
It might. There's a baseline pass. Church has got that one.
Nice play by Church. Boy,
Yes,
I'll tell
he
you
is.
what, if Casey Church could have looked like this in the first half, this would have been an entirely different ball game.
Here's Eldred trying to feed Jones.
Now he's showing me why he's, considered one of the better players in the circuit league.
Well, he can play. I mean,
Yeah,
it's obvious the kid can
it's
play.
obvious. It's obvious. He just got so frustrated. The more he missed, the more frustrated he got, and he never got his shot back until here in the fourth quarter.
Kevin Jones puts it down in the lane. Nice little shot.
Nice move. Definitely, you people remember Kevin Jones.
It's only a 10th grader.
Eaton Rapids Greyhounds, because he's going to light the circuit up.
He's got 6 points. Here's Falk, took steps.
Coach
Larner does not agree.
Says he gets one step. He gets a step and a half, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, here comes Cox and Roca.
Coach Larner still has a smirk on his face as he looks up
And
towards the
Pierpoint back in the
scoreboard.
lineup.
Towards the scoreboard, and sees he's still up by 15 points with just over a minute to play, so he's not too concerned about
This is Roca, Nick Roca.
He's just getting himself ready for the next time he's got these referees, I think.
Roca and Cox, the two guards on the floor, are 9th graders for Eaton Rapids. Number 10 and number 12.
Nice to get them some quality minutes at such a young age.
Oh, sure.
They've got a pretty nice core between the two freshmen.
Myers ahead to Anderson. Left-handed layup, no good. Over the back.
Yeah, it'll be nice to watch these Eaton Rapids Greyhounds over the next couple of years. They've got the two freshmen in there that'll be playing the guard. They've got their forward and Kevin Jones. So we'll see. We'll see. Also have a freshman that plays center, Shad Risk, who we haven't seen yet tonight. They're young. They've got a nice core of young players that they are going to mature together all the way through for 3-4 seasons together, and that really says a lot.
Here's Roca, 1-1, makes his free throw. That's his first point of the night. The last foul was on Chad Falk, his second.
As much as being a player yourself, it's nice to be playing with the same guys year in and year out. You really get to know each other.
And that helps.
Yeah, and you mature together.
In and out. Score is 57-43, a 14-point lead for Holt. Still comfortably ahead, 40 seconds to go. Here's Anderson for a 3-point spot up. It is good. He got the bounce.
Oh! Raining down from 3-point land.
5 points for Anderson.
A little help from the 6th man on the court, the gravity there.
Here's a 3-point fake. Kevin Jones creates by ducking under. Off the glass, no good.
Oh.
Here's Anderson running. 14 seconds to go. 60-43. Holt's going to win this game. Just a question of the final score. A 3-pointer out of the corner is no good. 3 seconds to go. The ball's out of bounds and will go to Eaton Rapids.
Well, we were laying down on the line there when he touched the ball. That was Chris Sherry, and trying to keep the ball in. Yep.
That's the end of the ball game. And Holt has won, and here at home, 60-43 in a game against Eaton Rapids, a game they figured to win and did. They got to play some of their second-string players, and we'll be back for a post-game comment or two and perhaps an interview.
I'm Jane Aldrich.
And I'm Liz Talbot.
Do you remember the great times you used to have on the playground as a child? Well, recently, equipment has become an endangered species in Lansing in order to comply with the safety standards and the Americans with Disabilities Act.
That's why Project Play needs your help. Project Play is a cooperative effort to raise funds to replace old and unsafe play equipment in the Lansing area parks and schools. Help improve the quality of life for area children.
Just call the LEAF organization at 325-6196 for more information.
Here's one time it doesn't matter who your neighbor is. here's the other. Life's too short. Stop the hate.
Our planet's rainforests are burning. 96,000 acres are burned every day. Less rainforest means less rain, and an even greater threat from the massive devastation of global warming. Rainforests occupy only 2% of the Earth's surface, yet these lush forests support over half our planet's wild plants, wildlife, and trees. When these rainforests go, gone forever are the rare plants, animals, and cultures that call them home. That's why this wanton destruction must stop. Right now, you can join the National Arbor Day Foundation and support rainforest rescue to help stop the destruction. Your call will mean that the wildlife, plants, and people will not be lost forever. That you can do something positive to stop this senseless destruction. While I've been talking, a forest the size of 10 city blocks went up in smoke. You better call now.
It's not Madison Square Garden, and the team that plays here isn't the New York Knicks. They're the Sullivan Tigers, a high school basketball team in upstate New York. And in a way, their games are even more important than the ones in the NBA. Because in them, the players learn something about each other and ultimately about themselves. So no matter what the final score, they come out on top for having played the game. When you support the kinds of activities in your high school that help turn kids into adults, everybody wins.
Okay, we're back at courtside at Holt Junior High School, where the Holt Rams have defeated the Eaton Rapids Greyhounds 60-43 in a game that on paper looked like Holt should win it. They did rather comfortably, particularly in the second half, took control of the game and really were never threatened. We're now going to go to courtside and Rob Otto with the winning coach, Bruce Larner.
Bruce Larner of the Holt Rams. Congratulations, Coach. It was a hard-fought battle, and maybe one that you didn't think was going to come down to this, but it was a pretty good ball game tonight.
Well, we knew we were going to have a couple people step up with Ben gone for the rest of the season, and Matt and Jeff Barrett played really well tonight, and if we can get them to play like that the rest of the season, things will look a little bit brighter.
Right. Things are still pretty tight in the CAC. You know, there's still a lot of good ball games down the stretch here. Did you have any particular strategy that you're using with outblocking in the game? I noticed you ran a little bit early. You popped some outside shots and then worked Barrett into the ball game. Is that the way we're going to see the Rams playing down the stretch?
Well, my philosophy is always a team that shoots the most layups normally wins. So Ben was always able to get a lot of those for us. So we have to find a different way to do that. A little up-tempo, a little more, maybe a little more pressing, and if Jeff, like I said, if Jeff and Matt will play like this, we'll definitely keep using them. Exactly.
They combined for 25 points tonight, so you've got to like those points coming, especially very good emotional win for the Holt Rams tonight.
Well, it was a big win for us. The kids were really down after the loss Friday night. I mean, we lost to Jackson, we lost Ben. I didn't know how they were going to react, but it shows a lot. I mean, these kids, they're still good players here. And we're going to make people play against us. I don't know if we'll have the success we had early, but they certainly aren't going to let down.
Well, Coach, we'll make sure to keep an eye on you. Excellent game tonight. Thanks for talking with us, and good luck in the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
All right, a little look at some game numbers. We'll send it back to you, Mel.
Okay. Thanks, Rob. And Bruce Larner does have to be pleased with a win tonight. Coming back off of a serious injury to Ben Buck and his key player, a big 6'8" center, was hurt down in Jackson, broke his hip and is out for the rest of the year. He got real nice play, as Rob and Bruce said, from his two other big players. Matt Vanlin, 13 points, is ordinarily a starting forward, and Jeff Barrett got 12 points in his substitute role at center. Jeff Schultz had 11 points. Tim Schramm, who is ordinarily one of their big scorers, was held to 5 points. Did not look particularly good shooting the ball in the first half, but played nice, solid defense, got the rebounds, and played a nice all-around game. Didn't force his shots, and his 5 points is under his average, but certainly was a contributor. Casey Church, the big scorer for Eaton Rapids, had 13 points, right on his average, but most of those came after the game was over. 6 points for Kevin Jones, 8 for Eldred, and 9 points for Eric Preco, 6 for 6 from the free throw line and a three-pointer. Played a very nice floor game and did all he could to hold Eaton Rapids in the game, but it was just too much hold. I think at this point, we want to remind you that we have some upcoming coverage. On Tuesday, February 14th, Jackson that's Friday, February 17th. Lansing Sexton will host Jackson, and the replay times for the Eaton Rapids Holt game will be on Eaton Rapids Cable Vision, Channel 19, Thursday, February 9th at 7 o'clock, and Friday, February 10th at 7 o'clock. And on Lansing Continental Cable Vision, Channel 6, Thursday the 9th at 8:30, and Friday the 10th at 3 o'clock. So from Holt, tonight, the visiting Eaton Rapids Greyhounds were beaten by the Holt Rams 60-43. Thanks for watching. For Rob Otto, this is Mel Wolf saying good night.